Closure. Welcome back to the Bumper Breakfast. So our question goes to you this morning. Do you need to tell your partner, your fiance, that you slept with someone you knew? Do you need to do full disclosure, partial disclosure, or no disclosure at all? Whichever one you want to do, let us know. 080-6473-8133. The number to call this morning, right there on your screen. You can call, SMS, WhatsApp. Do you tell your fiance, your fiance that usually it's always the woman, but do you tell your fiance that you slept with someone he knew before you met him, or way before you met him? But do you tell him that you slept with someone he knew, or he knows, or is likely to know? What kind of disclosure do you do? Is it going to be partial? Is it going to be full? Is it going to be no disclosure at all? 080-6473-8133. The number to call this morning. I'm expecting your calls. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? What is making you laugh? Tell me now. Why are you laughing?
It's actually okay. You know, in my line of profession, we call it self-disclosure.
Okay.
We actually call it disclosure. You know, but because the angle you are trying to throw the stone from is self-disclosure.
Okay.
And one of the things people need to understand is disclosure has its benefits and it also has its limits.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Because one thing people need to understand as we wait to hear from our viewers is number one, you are firstly an individual before you took a decision to be in someone's life.
Okay.
The person did not start your life with you. Okay. And it's also up to you. If you feel you are secured in yourself
enough,
and then you have measured the level of maturity of the person you want to disclose your roaches to.
Now, so that is the issue. Measure of maturity.
And one thing people need to know is the fact that somebody is gaily put together and all of that. Are you sure this person will be emotionally matured enough to handle your disclosure?
Okay, 080-6473-8133. Just imagine that you're about to get married, and one day you visited your fiance's office and you discovered that somebody who used to be your ex-boyfriend works in the same office as him.
Or is it
is it someone in his office? It may not be as close as best man. Maybe someone even far, but somebody he sees on a regular, and someone that every time you visit his office you're going to have to see is your ex. And this is not just the kind of ex that you shared nothing. It's the kind of ex that you shared everything with at that point in time. Now, it may not have been your immediate ex. It may be your far ex. You know what I'm talking about. It could be somebody you dated like 5 years before you met this guy. Would you then disclose to your fiance, your husband to be? Should you, for the men who will be calling us, should you disclose to your fiance, your husband to be, that Mr. Ben, that is at the first floor in your office, used to be so? Should you? Would you? And if you must, what level of information should you give to that man? 080-6473-8133 is the number to call. Remember, you can send SMS or WhatsApp to the number as well. The message I just got, I really hope that lady can call us rather than sending a message in, but we'll definitely look at it as well.
You know, in Yoruba they say sorry has male and has female.
Okay, so
you must know how to table your life.
Okay.
As in how you want to surrender your life into the hand of another person.
Okay.
Now, the ideal thing is you should not hide anything.
That's
okay?
the idea.
The ideal thing. But the reality of the kind of human being we have today, whether male or female, I don't think a lot of people are mature enough to handle another person's past. Okay, and one thing I'll tell people is, if somebody could tell you about themselves, then it's not time to use it as a weapon against them. It's for you to feel valued. That, oh,
That the
so
person
you
could
see
share
me
their
meet
innate
somebody-
secret.
Yeah, you could share your you know, your past
With.
Then wisdom is also profitable to direct. There are some things you don't run through. There's a place of for your information, and there's a place of the detailed
Something. Which one is for your information? FYI. Which one is for your information?
For your information, this is the situation. Then, now, if the person pressed further,
Then you
Then-
have to disclose more.
see, that disclosure is the issue, because I'm not sure a lot of people will be able to handle.
Do you think that Nigerian men, how many Nigerian men do you think can
Well,
handle?
I'm not talking about Nigerian. I'm talking about human being generally.
Ah,
Actually.
so if you're talking about a man, do you see a man or even a woman here handling the fact that the elder sister used to be the ex-girlfriend
Okay.
of the sister?
Okay, now the thing is, I'm talking ideal situation.
They say automatically, or just hand over the
See,
relationship, walk away.
I should
no
be
matter
able.
the level.
I should be able to tell you this. Okay, I have experienced this before.
Yes.
Okay, then I'll leave it. Watch your reaction. Do you get it? Then if I'm convinced I'm okay, I am somebody who because my past is actually, in quotes, is traceable to my present. You know, and you were not in my past. You are now in my present. You want to journey with me to the future. Now I can't totally detach my past from my present, but I don't have to live in my past to be able to cope with my present. So if I'm bringing you in, or you're bringing me in, I need to give you an idea
Of where I'm
my
coming from.
journey. Not
So
that
far.
I'm going to break it down, but once I'm able to say that you are mature, okay, you are a person of value, you are somebody I can trust, as it were,
With my
like I
information.
am safe with you, with my information, then with time you will get to hear
More
what
about
exactly it is. But the truth is, if a past is going to be a past, I think it calls for respect, or respect the other person's feeling, and say, okay, I just need you to know this person was a part of my life for so period, without having to say, hey, Ogbono, that one is not called for.
All right, so this person sent a message to me, and I'd just like to draw attention to that quickly. This is coming from a guest, didn't put his name there, but okay, they're calling on the Nigeria Diaspora Commission. Please, you need to come to the rescue of a Nigerian woman who is named Aderunke Ololade Matsang. Apparently, she said she has been downgraded to a common criminal in Sandif in South Africa in order to get her evicted from the military house she was living with Richard before he abandoned her and the children years ago. She is now destitute, moving from one place to another, and her children cannot go to school. They've not been going to school since the 10th of February. Aderunke says that her 4 children and a grandchild, who is a toddler, have been displaced from their Durban residence in South Africa. And she's calling on the Nigeria Diaspora Commission to please come to their aid. They need urgent, very urgent help to leave, either to leave South Africa or to get settled there. But for the person who sent the message in, one of the things you can quickly do is to go to the Nigerian embassy in South Africa. Just go straight to the embassy and stay there. They're going to find a reason, they're going to find a way to accommodate her and her children until help comes from Mrs. Abike Dabiri. Would also try to relate with her and see how we can send the message down to her as well, so she can look into the matter. Keep the messages coming. We're still talking about how to deal with the idea of disclosure? Is it going to be full, partial? No, at all. Auntie Wemi did say, your past cannot be removed from your future, and your past cannot be removed from your present. They are all linked together. But you can choose not to dwell in your past. You can choose to move into your present, and of course forge ahead into your future. But for the person going along with you on the journey, how much of your past do you disclose is the question here this morning. Men do say, Auntie Wemi, that they want to know everything about you. Religious settings as well. Please try not to flash the line. I'm begging, I'm pleading, try not to flash the line. Don't flash, just call. Straight up, we'll pick your call. Religious settings as well. Did you tell you, especially the Christian setting, that you must tell everything?
Now, I'm not against it, but there is a risk that comes with it. Are you ready to face the risk? Have you counted the cost
of telling
the person? Because the truth is, it's not about you now.
It's about the person you're telling everything to.
Now, for me to have been able to come to terms with my past and say, this is who I used to be, okay, or this is what I was involved with, okay, it's a courageous step, you know. But I'm saying the other person is a person mature, strong, and then willing to protect you from that past. Do you get it? Because your reputation, okay, is on the line. Your feeling is also on the line. So self-disclosure is not always as easy as people think. Now, it now depends on the type of, but since we're talking about, okay, somebody you have had, you know,
sexual relations
and all of that, if you cannot handle it and you must disclose it, is it possible for you to find somebody who is a professional, or whom your partner listens to, that knows how to break it down in a simple way that would also help the both of you to move past it? Now, if anybody, you are in a relationship with someone and the person tells you something about them, I think that's the more reason you should value that person, because I'm being transparent with you. That's the more reason you should accept the person. If I could, because I'm being vulnerable. I'm exposing myself to
you completely.
So if you now take it as a weapon, you want to use it again, then you are the one who has a problem.
So you want to talk about it. A lot of people do say that, oh, why didn't she tell him before? Let's assume that you get to your introduction, your traditional marriage, and one of your husband's friends that came, husband-to-be now, friends that came with him to the traditional marriage happens to be your ex.
Okay.
Or a friend to your ex. A very close friend to your ex. And possibly knows all the shenanigans that you and your ex were up to. A lot of women rush to say, to protect the marriage, they quickly call the husband-to-be and they disclose. And many a times the man leaves them. Many times the man calls off the marriage. But I usually just ask the question, are you a saint? You know, it's a good question to ask.
Yeah, the question is a very good question, because, you know, remember we said that everybody, you are on a journey. You have a past, you have a present, and you are embarking into a future.
Into a future.
Do you get it? So if you're sure that, okay, the person in my present is suitable for my future, I think you should hint him or her about what the past has been like. Now, the kind of relationship you may have developed with yourself will also determine how you present it. There are some things you just say, you joke. I don't want to use the word joke. You laugh at yourself. Okay, in my time of ignorance, I did this, and then you let it go. Okay, without having to, paint it, color it, and then
or maybe do. That's what we used to do. You now break it down such a way that the person has an idea, perfect idea what you're talking about. Hello, good morning. Please turn down the volume of your TV set. Reduce the volume of your TV. We're going to speak to you through your phone and not through your TV.
Okay.
All right. Good morning, sir. Your name and where you calling from?
Yes, good morning. My name is Pastor Wecha. I'm calling from Benue State.
Pastor Watcher from Benue State, good to have you. Please talk to us this morning.
Yes, I had your discussion is very vital and very important. Yes, naturally, it is not good for you to discuss certain things to your fears because that may discourage him. Because when you try to be transparent, your fears may not reason along the same way with you. It will be good for certain things to be your own secret because everybody has secret.
Yeah.
Everybody has a secret. Because certain things may discourage your life partner. Maybe sometimes when you quarrel with yourself, they will use that again to attack you. And in future, that could also affect the relationship. Rather, it is better you maintain your relationship with him or her the way it is. And stop whatever relationship you have before to build a new relationship so that God will lead you and you will live happily. Thank you.
Thank you
That's
very much, sir.
fantastic.
Fantastic counsel
You know,
from a
it-
pastor.
it comes
Thank you
down
for calling
to
us from Benue State this morning.
Maturity. Yeah.
So basically, you're not even sure
Yeah.
how mature your prospective partner will be.
It will be. So
But
you
this is
must,
a pastor Antigweni.
you
Pastor
must know
Ocha.
who you're dealing
Pastor
with.
Ocha.
God bless you.
God bless you, sir.
You must
Because
know
some
who you're
pastors will say
dealing with.
no. I know a pastor that said everything.
Tell
you do-
everything. See, the people, the kind of human being we
And
have
don't
today,
pick their calls.
they are
Thank you.
short-lived when it comes to managing other people's past or excesses. So you also need to know who you're dealing with. You know, picking from what the pastor from Benue said, I'm totally for
100%.
it. Okay. How about if the person was used to be on the street, you know, a body hawker? Do you get it? That's very sensitive. Or you've had a child or children somewhere is very sensitive. So you must be able to categorize what is sensitive and what you should not even go. Your past is your past, and the person you are dealing with also has a past.
But if the person comes to you with his own past, listen to it. But don't
Listen.
judge. Measure and now see if commensurate amount of
we are-
past you can share.
Yeah.
Because some